Hello and welcome back to a new episode of the conversion of Lifeboat Hugo. I am showing you the cockpit again, as I've been told off that it's too yellow, so I'll see what I can do about it. Like I said, I've been told off about the yellow in the cockpit, and I'm just pretending that it's Carlene's from Australia's fault. She said it can't be just yellow, too much of it, make it a different colour. She suggested blue or grey. I'm not sure I can film this and open it, so I'll get back to you. I bought some grey epoxy, light grey epoxy floor paint, which I will use on the islands, as it were, in the cockpit. It'll all become clear when I've done it. But yeah, thanks Carlene for the suggestion and telling me off. I kind of agreed with you, but that might just be because it's been just GRP for so long that I'm quite used to it having been another colour, and this yellow is very bright. But we'll see what else we can do today. So today's job will exist of making those two last louver doors. I've already got very narrow long louver doors, but they're just about 10mm too wide for the space. If only I'd known, I would have made the lockers the size of the doors, but I've already made them on the other side. But yeah, make those two so I can paint them, because that's quite a lengthy process. With the primer, and you can imagine all those little slats that need painting in all the bits and pieces, but it would be nice to get them done. Another thing I need to do is cut another bit of floorboard for the little hatch that goes in there and finish that off. I think that looks really nice. There will be a cushion on it, and I can imagine this ending up as the dog bed, to be honest, but we'll see. Anyway, so what I need to do next is knock this apart and then make it slightly narrower after I measured what I actually need for the doors. That's the louver door apart, and I think it literally needs to be that little white bit cut off and then put back together again, and it should be the right width. It is still too long, but that's easy enough to make shorter. So I'll try and put this puzzle back together again after I'd got it to the right size. It's all fun and games. Another thing I have done is made the little lift up hatch for this locker in the corner of the sofa. There's quite a bit of storage in there. Of course that will need painting, but at least it's kind of covered up now. And it's loads of those little jobs that need doing, and it's quite nice to get them finished. Got all the puzzle pieces together. It's a really small door, as I said, quite narrow. Made the slats narrower, got all the outside frame sorted, so this is a question of putting it together. I have shown you this in previous videos, so I will show you the end result when I've done it. I've got the door together, glued it together. I've got some clamps on it because they do tend to kind of warp if I don't. So I'll have to come back to this when it's dry and I can sand it, although I did a bit of sanding on it, and then put some white primer coat on it. One door made and primered on all sides, ready to take the second door apart and put that together again. So that's the last two doors for the forward cabin. And I also hung a bit of art on the wall just over the door. I think that looks quite nice. But yeah, more doors to be made. So that's what we're going to do. That little hatch sorted. You can see the polyurethane glue spilling out because I glued them all together. They will have two bits of oak underneath for extra strength. That one I showed you. Got the other one made. It's clamped up so it can dry. And then it's ready for sanding and for some primer. And we just keep going. One of the main focuses the last couple of weeks has been finishing the forward cabin, and it's definitely getting there. I've made doors, the mattress is in. One of the things I've been kind of neglecting is that gap in the forward end of the bed, which will hold this thing I've made, which is basically a modification for a hanging file cabinet, because it's always nice to keep your paperwork and stuff organized. So I made a box around it which will slide in that space and will be glued into place. The front of this will be cladded with the floorboards, like I've done with all the other drawers. So that's another one of those little jobs that take longer than you think. I've been using offcuts of wood, so that's also nice to get rid of them. But yeah, it's all these little bits finishing off that need doing, and it's nice to get them done. I've got the drawer for the filing cabinet in under the bed. I am cladding the front of the bed with some tongue and groove softwood, which will be painted. The drawer itself will get the floorboards on it again, the underneath of the floorboards, so that'll fit in with everything else. And yeah, then that can all be painted and varnished and be ready, which is lovely, because like I said, I'm trying to finish the bedroom, get that all sorted, so I can actually hang a blanket or something in this door opening and keep all the dust and everything out, and have one room that's finished. So we'll just keep plodding on with that. So we're at the end of another episode. The weather's been a bit strange this week. It's been really muggy, a lot of moisture in the air. It's been raining on and off, so I haven't had a chance to actually do anything in the cockpit, but then that's still not much of a priority, to be honest. If I turn round, you can see what I've been doing here, which is basically get rid of some louver doors because I made them to size for the forward cabin. There's not a lot else going on here apart from it being a workshop again, but then you saw that last week anyway. I've glued the hatch for this bit of storage in the seat together. That will need cleaning up and finishing off, and another coat of varnish to go on there. It needs some supports underneath to actually make them strong enough, because otherwise it might ping apart, just being the floorboards. I've cladded the front of the bed, and just my luck that some of the cladding I've put the wrong way around, so I had to change them over, and that's why the black streaks are there. It's easily done. Well, in my case it is easily done anyway, but it still needs painting, so that's not a problem. Around the corner I can show you the two doors I made. The top one is already primered all the way around, so that can be painted with the cream paint. The bottom one still needs some primer paint on this side, and then they can be hung, hinges put on, and the doorknobs to put on, and then that's all done. And then we're near enough done in the forward cabin, apart from putting some lights up, but that'll be part of the electrical work. I've still got this door here, which is will be the second half of the bifold door of that one, so it will have to be made longer and more narrow for it to fit in. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope to see you next week on a new episode. Bye.